Hey, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while since I made a video, and I haven't made a Battlefield 6 video yet, even with the open beta happening last weekend. But here I am on Battlefield 6, and today's the 15th, and I loaded in and saw a brand new game mode that was featured at the reveal event. I'm pretty sure some people were playing it, and I wanted to play it because I think it's new to the franchise. I don't think it's been in other previous Battlefield games. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't remember it because I don't really play, these small infantry type of infantry only game modes, but it's the squad deathmatch game mode, which it says on the title screen when you hover over it that you face off against 3 other squads in a close quarters firefight. Eliminate all enemies to come out on top. So I thought, why not play? I thought it'd be interesting to change the pace compared to what we're usually used to, which is like Conquest or Rush or Breakthrough, which are like these heavy objective-based game modes, to something that's really only about kills, something similar to Call of Duty. And at first in my head I was thinking Call of Duty players, people that love Call of Duty and will die by it, are gonna love this game mode because it's literally like team deathmatch but in a squad, right? So you have 4 people in a squad, you have 3 squads, or no, I think you have 4 squads actually, because there's 16 players total in the game mode. So you have 4 squads in a small map, not a super small map, but I don't think it's going to be a lot on like the Iberian Offensive. Oh no, it's not going to be on the Liberation Peak map. I get Iberian Offensive and Liberation Peak mixed up. But when I played it, everyone's playing so like, not soft, but so, I want to say realistic in a way. They're like checking corners. They're not just running out in the open. Everyone's playing that way. So I thought it was super interesting. Also, side note, I was going to make a separate video on this, and I still might, just to show you guys. If you go into settings, of course, and go to audio, there's a new audio mix, which I think makes the game sound 10 times more crazy and even more intense than it already is. This game already upped the ambience and the atmosphere compared to what we had in Battlefield 2042. But this audio mix right here makes everything sound super realistic, super chaotic. It's war tapes. So in Battlefield 1 they had a audio mix called war tapes, which is like a raw aggressive mix, higher distortion, more sound effects. You hear like more voice lines from your characters screaming. You hear everything's just amped up to 10, you know what I mean? It's war tapes. But if you slide over, there's a war tapes VAL, which it says in the audio mix tab in the settings that VAL, or very aggressive listening, expands upon war tapes with further raw aggression in the heat of battlefield. And I was like, well, how are they going to make war tapes sound even crazier? And man, I was shocked. Like, the guns sound like they really hit hard now. And I just recommend everyone using this audio mix if you want a more like kind of chaotic experience, I think this audio mix mixes in really well, no pun intended, with the game itself, especially when you have like tanks rolling in, you have teammates asking and screaming for ammunition, you have teammates bleeding out and screaming, you have buildings being blown up, explosions everywhere, and then you hear this right here. If you turn the VAL on, it just increases all that by 10, and I love it. So that's why the guns may sound different if you hear them in the background. Like, you're like, what the hell? I don't remember the M4A1 sounding this aggressive. I have this audio mix on right now. But yeah, squad deathmatch, it's actually a really fun game mode, and it's almost like hide and seek in a sense. You really have to pay attention. And if you're in a squad, I would recommend you stay with the squad, you know what I mean? Because for the first few deaths, or first few times that I was playing, I kept going away from the squad thinking that I was going to be able to like just pick enemies off here and there. But since it's just an infantry based game mode, no explosions going on, nothing extra going on, you really want to stay with that squad to make sure that you don't get like surrounded by like 4 enemies at once and just are not able to gun them down. It's a fun game mode though. I don't think it's going to be my favorite. It's not going to be something that I go to often. But if you want to change the pace from the chaotic like Conquest and Breakthrough modes, which are just super chaotic at all times and there's a million things going on at once, then definitely I'd recommend playing Squad Deathmatch. It is a very slow paced mode comparatively, and in a way I think it's more satisfying to get kills in this mode than it is the normal game modes. I'm not, don't quote me on that. This game, Battlefield, has always been a game where getting kills is more satisfying than your average FPS shooter, just because it takes a little more skill, and I don't know, not necessarily more skill, but it for whatever reason, it feels like it takes more skill and it takes more, you know what, fuck it, I don't know what I'm saying, but it just feels satisfying to get kills in Battlefield 6 more than it has ever in Call of Duty or any other FPS game, in my opinion. And actually, I think probably because you're in these big maps with so much going on at once you kill that first enemy in a Battlefield game, it just feels like you've accomplished something compared to Call of Duty where the whole objective is getting kills, you know what I mean? Like in this game, it's more like capture the flag on a big scale. So when you run into enemies and get kills, you feel, you get that dopamine hit a little bit more than you would in Call of Duty. And that's probably why it feels more satisfying. But in this game mode too, because of the fact that everyone's like kind of quiet and running around in a squad together, when you get those double kills or those singular kills, it feels so satisfying. Like I said, I'm not going to probably play this mode too often. Like I can't see myself sitting here for 5 hours and playing this mode like I would Conquest or Breakthrough, because I could play those game modes all day. I literally did on the 14th yesterday. Still a super fun game mode though. I'm gonna stop yapping though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Squad Deathmatch in Battlefield 6, the open beta. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the audio mix War Tapes VAL, because I think that's gonna change the game for you if you switch it on. It makes it so loud, so much more aggressive. I love it. This was just a quick video on the new game mode and a little like return video since I haven't made a video in a long time at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Let's go. Regroup. Regroup. Contact!